Guten Tag. Welcome to another edition of Vinnie's Beer Reviews. Today we have a cool twist. I'm trying a German-style Dunkel from Treehouse. It's called Rover. It's 5.2%, and a little bit about my backstory with Dunkels. They were kind of the first beer, craft beer style I really got into. I'd been drinking, domestic beers in college and didn't really know anything about beer. And then was slowly introduced more into the craft scene and just like the quality beer that Germany makes. So Dunkel is something that really holds a special place for me as a beer drinker. I haven't had a Dunkel in maybe 2-3 years. I've been just so big onto the New England style IPAs and the dessert styles and the fruit sours. So I'm really excited to give this a shot and see how it goes again. Really cool can, as you can tell. A little bit about the beer. What Treehouse says is they use dark Munich malts to create flavors and aroma of malted toffee, brown bread, mild chocolate, and caramel. So it's like the classic Dunkel flavor. It is 5.2% and it was canned on the 6th of April. Dunkels don't really have to be super fresh to enjoy them. Generally, ideally I'd be drinking this in October, but I got this fantastic beer stein from my aunt and uncle for my birthday recently, so I thought it'd be a perfect chance to try it out. So let's get a smell. Yeah, it's just like how I remember it. It's got that kind of toffee, caramel coffee smell, a little bit of that brown sugar, a little bit of chocolate, kind of, run-of-the-mill Dunkel aroma. So let's get a taste. Cheers. Very light. It's weird because maybe 5 years ago when I was really drinking a lot of Dunkels and a lot of German beers, sort of felt a little bit more full. But because I've had a lot of dessert stouts that are a lot thicker and creamier and use lactose and other adjuncts, this tastes super light to me. And I just remember Dunkels tasting kind of heavy. It is not, it's not like you're drinking a lager, but it's still, it's 5.2%, so it's a bit light. Getting tons of coffee notes, tons of chocolate, that caramel. I feel like Treehouse, when they describe a beer, they're generally pretty much on the money. It's definitely fun to take a memory trip down memory lane. I'm not sure if I drink this beer all the time. I feel like it's definitely best suited for the October, November, fall, Oktoberfest time with like a nice pretzel or some quality meat, but it's definitely it's not as bad as I was worried about. I also was really big into like wit beers, Belgian wit beers as a early beer drinker, and I had one recently and it was super skunky and it was a bit of a downer for me. But this is about how I remember it, just like not as thick. Very full of flavor, though. Tons of flavor. Tons of that kind of brown sugar coffee. Then that's just tons of coffee. Very good from what I recall. It's hard for a grade because I haven't had a Dunkel in so long, so I don't know where to compare it to the rest of the beers that I've had recently. But I feel like they do a great job with the flavors from what I remember. So yeah, for the style, I'm gonna give this a 4.0. I feel like it's good. It's not something I'd initially be drawn to right now, but a little bit of nostalgia for the flavor brings back good memories, and I feel like they do a good job, as always, of nailing the style. So that's the review, and if you like what you see, really appreciate it if you hit subscribe, and thanks for watching. Cheers.